Hello everyone, Denise Carpenter from ReikiAssociates.com here, and we're going to continue on with the playlist Ponderings for 2023, Thoughts of Compassion and Kindness. And now we're moving into the wonderful month of May, the magical month of May, where things start to grow, life starts to come alive, change happens. There's the energy of renewal and rejuvenation and restoration in the air. And the teachers that I listen to have really been diligent, disciplined, firm in their teaching around. We absolutely need to make sure that our own energy system is balanced, aligned, functioning to the best capacity that we can bring it before we start engaging with anyone else or anything else. So the big teaching is make sure that your own well is full before you engage with another. So one of the pieces around that is speaks about the amount of chaos that we're living in at the present moment. If you're to look at the outer world, it is just agonizing actually to see the struggling that's going on between people, between countries, between groups, within families, within cultures, between cultures. Like, oh my goodness, we're in a bit of a mess. The teachers say the reasoning for that is as we've gone into the Aquarian era, which started at the year 2000, we more fully engaged in 2012, and then as of 2021, we're on the path. We are transitioning to a new way of being as a human being. So the teachers say that all of the darkness that we swept under the rug over the last thousands of years now needs to come to the surface so that we can collectively, globally, take a look at how we are willing to treat each other, and then we can decide, do we want to continue in this way, or do we want to find a different way of being with each other? So the Aquarian era, the era we're in now, is all about cooperation and collaboration. It's about equality. It's about the idea that there's more than one right way for anything to happen. So it really gets rid of that whole concept of authoritarianism, that there's only one right way. The Aquarian era is about oneness. We are all one. What I do on behalf of myself, automatically I do on behalf and affects all others on this planet. The Piscean way was that what I do for myself, gain is the way to succeed. It's just such a different way of living. So as we adjust and as we go in, the teachers are asking, and I'm going to just put it out there for this month of May, that we start to find a different way to respond to the chaos or to the people that come into our field that maybe brings up some of our own darkness or our own patterning that we need to look at and change, so that there is a sense of moving forward. There's a sense of growth. There's a sense of lightness. We're bringing space to breathe to all of that energy. And they ask that we do this with our thoughts, with our words, and with our actions. So our actions and words we've been practicing for a while now, but thoughts are a different thing. Thoughts, I've always, up until recently, I was under the impression that our thoughts were just that. They were random thoughts that just come up. But science is starting to show us that our thoughts are actually part of our programming. So if we go back to behavioral programming and we start to play with the idea of how to empower ourselves and another with our thoughts, with our words, and with our actions, and where does that take us? And then really start to look at our own languaging, our own thoughts that we use towards ourselves. Like if you make a mistake, do you go into, oh, I'm so silly, how could I do that? I've done it a million times, here I am again, all of those. Or can we go into, here I am again, I'm going to try a different way of doing this, and if it works, it works, and if it doesn't work, I'll just keep trying a different way until I can find a way to make it beneficial. So it's about, first of all, changing our own thoughts, our own words, and our own patternings towards ourselves. And then as we do that, it's allowing that to kind of move out of our own energy system into the outer world, where we start to change our thoughts, our words, our habits, our patternings towards others. So this becomes such a big piece. And then it relates back into our own integrity, responsibility, and accountability towards what is our energy system adding to the collective. So I guess our priority actually starts there. You make the decision to help raise the consciousness of the collective or feed into the consciousness of the collective. And then you can make your decisions from there. So it has been months of practice for me, and I'm finding it's changing. My thoughts are changing. My first thought now is, how do I help in this situation, or how can I improve this situation? And rarely do I go to beating myself up or thinking negative thoughts about someone else. But it does take practice. It takes diligence. I truly think we're worth it. Our planet is worth it. Our humanness is worth the growth and the diligence, the integrity that we can bring to it. And it's kind of exciting to see where we may grow as a whole. So I'll offer that as the challenge for May. So thoughts, words, and actions, and rather than a criticism or a power over, how do we change those for both ourselves and the outer world to empowering? Denise Carpenter from ReikiAssociates.com. Have the best day that you can make, and we'll see you next week. Namaste.